Okay, so I was just thinking about something, right? And it's about relationships and it's men and women, right? So, on the one hand, from what I understand about men, which is not a lot, hence why I'm coming to you. Uh, you don't like being told what to do. Like you don't like being told what to do. That's something that it's like is one of the biggest constants that I've seen in any type of relationship that I've been in with a man. It was they don't like being told what to do. I don't really like being told what to do, but at the same time, like Jill Scott said, if you could tell me what to do, you could tell me what to do. If you can't tell me what to do, you really can't tell me what to do. I listen to specific types of people. Does that make sense? And it's like, but the majority of the men that I've dealt with or that I've been around or see or worked with, you don't like being told what to do because you feel like it's a form of control, right? I'm t- I'm just asking questions. It sounds like statements, but I'm really asking questions. But that's what I was told. It's like it feels like I'm being controlled and I don't want to be controlled. And I can understand that because I'm like that. So I can understand that. But my question is like if you don't want to be told what to do, you got to learn how to pick up hints. Like you got to learn how to pick up hints. You can't have it both ways. Like at least for me, don't come for me. At least for me, you can't really have it both ways. It's like you don't want her to tell you what to do, but then on the other hand, when she goes, "Hey, babe, I'm cold." And you're looking at her like, "Okay." That's her saying, "Hey, I'm cold. Fix the heat. Do something with the heat." Or it's like, I would really like this. She's saying these things. She's telling you what she wants. Like this, I guess I'm going to start a podcast called Dear Men. Like this is what she's doing. She wants you to do things, but she doesn't want to sound like your mother when she tells you what she wants. Because we as women, we've been taught, like, granted, it's starting to wean off now, but we have been taught not to ask for shit. We have been taught that if you give, it'll come back to you. That's what we literally, I know you guys are like, that's not what you taught. Yes, we were. In every Look at every, like, TV show or something, the person who usually, granted, there it's starting to change a little bit, which is not good either way. Even if it's men, it's not good. But it's usually the woman that's just like giving and giving and giving. It's like I watched the first season of Shameless. I don't recommend the rest of the seasons, but I watched the first season and she was just giving and giving and giving, and it was like everybody was thank you and thank you the best and thank you and all this other stuff, and it's just like she wasn't taught to require stuff for herself or to say what she wants. And I know I was literally taught by one of my parents. They said, don't ask me for anything. I'll let you know when you can have something. And it was like, and the crazy part is, I was a little kid when that was told to me. So they might not have even meant it that way. They may have meant it just for that particular moment. There could, as a parent now, there's a bunch of variables because you'll say something as a parent to a child and they hear something completely different. And we're no different. We're absolutely no different. We're no different from the children that we take care of now, or the children that we see, or the child that you remember you yourself to be. You gotta understand that a lot of the stuff that you remember was through a child's brain. You understand? Through a child's brain, which the only part of that brain was just survival. It was survival and finding your place. At least for me, it was like I had to survive, and still haven't found my place. So I made my own. So it's like finding your place. Where in the hierarchy do you, like, it's literally like being wolves. You got to find the alpha, and make sure you don't upset the alpha so they don't eat you. So it's like, it was like that as a child. So, and that was for both men and women. So it was like, you we were taught survival two different ways. Like, the women were taught survival by not asking for anything, not asking, not trying not to be seen, try, because it's like, you wanted to be like super mom or super wife or super girlfriend, and you're doing stuff and just to be seen, but then you can't turn around and be like, look what I did, because then people are like, oh, there she go. So it's like, women learned to, and men probably too, never been a man, so men probably too, you learn to not ask for anything. At least this is my life. I'm always using me as an example. I was taught not to ask for things. And then when I started asking for things, I was always disappointed. So it was kind of like, that's why now in this phase of the game, when my spirit team was like, no, here's what here, little girl, this is you worked so hard for it. Here's all the stuff, and you're looking at it like, what's the catch? Like, what's the catch? You're gonna give it to me for a little bit and then you're gonna take it back? It's like, is that what we're playing with? Is that what we're doing right now? You gonna like dangle it in front of me and then snatch it and then tell me it was a fucking lesson? Is that what we're doing? And it's like, that's how it plays out. Like, and the funny thing is, it's drifted off into something else, but it's for both men and women, because it's the same thing for guys. It's like, you find a great girl and you're like, oh, I really think I can like build something with her, and then all of a sudden it's just like, yo, what the hell, and you're disappointed. So it happens both ways. But getting back to the original conversation, it's more along the lines of the girls, women, in for me, women were taught, don't ask for anything, self-sacrifice. And men were taught, men, from what I've seen, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know nicely. I'm sensitive. But yeah, it's like, I feel like you guys were taught, don't control me. Like, you can't be controlled, you're a weapon. Don't be controlled, nobody can control. Oh, they're always telling me what to do. I hate when the demo do. And I'm sitting there going, are they right? Like, it's like, is what they're saying to you right? And it's like, when they tell me what the person said to them, I'm like, but they're right. Like, you should do this. And he's like, yeah, but I don't like when people control me. And I'm just like, there's a difference between control and advice. It's like, control is, you need to do this. Advice is like, hey, you should really do this. But they tend to see everything as control. And this is not a blanket, because it's not all men. And it's just like, it's not all women. But there are some women and there are some men. So it's like, let's not play these games. Know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's like, I feel like men were taught not to be controlled. And in order to be a man, you have to be able to make the decision, and that's it. Nobody helps you with the decision. And that's like the vibe that I get from a lot of men, because I am surrounded by men. I am surrounded by, I don't know if it's because of like my spirits were like, okay, we're gonna use these as test experiments, but I am surrounded by men. And it's just like, wow, like, you all have common denominators. And I could imagine the person who's surrounded by women, if he's a man, it's like, they have there's common denominators. It changes per person, ethnicity, your astrology sign, what you came here to do. There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of variables that play into a person's output. It's not just trauma and wounds and all that other stuff. There's a lot of other stuff that but we just drifted completely off. So if you're still here, I love you. But yeah, so I don't even remember what the original topic was. But anywho, we're gonna keep on going with whatever this is. But man, I got it back. I was saying that you can't have both. You can't be like, don't control me, don't tell me what to do. And then on the other hand, don't pick up the hints that she throws towards you. You have to, one of the two have to go. Like, because instead of her going, hey, I'm cold, it would be like, babe, can you go turn up the heat? You know? And then I know a lot of you, I hear you be like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Not every woman is going to say it like that. And I hate to be that one. I hate to be that person. Not women vary in the way that they speak, just the same way men vary in the way that they do stuff. Like, I've noticed, I don't know how this became a man woman thing, but I've noticed the decline of men who allow the woman to leave the elevator first, who hold the door open and let the woman walk through first, who walk on the outside of the street, um who, like, if you, a woman and a man get to an intersection walking, I'm not talking about driving, but walking, and they get to the intersection, I have seen the decline of men that yield to the woman. And it's like, I've seen, like, the decline. And the thing is, I'm not saying that we need it. I'm not saying that it's need, like, oh my God, I need, it's not like that. But it's like, for me, I'm more along the lines of collecting data, because a woman finds the most attractive man not by the way he looks, but by how he treats her. And I have seen men that I have honored and respected and still honor and respect, not because only how he treats me, but how he treats others and how he treats other women. Because I feel, and this is just my opinion, I feel that there's only a matter of time before he starts treating me like that. It's like, it's ingrained in you. You're doing it because you want something, whether you want me to love you, whether you want me to believe that you're here for me, that you love me. But if I see you ill treat others that don't deserve it, like, cause some bitches are crazy. You know, come on, let's not play these games. Some bitches are crazy, and you need to be like, back off, and you're crazy. You know, but it's like, I'm talking about older women, old women, you know, like, I remember a older woman, she looked like she was in her 80s, came in the store. It was just like an honor to be around her, because she was still glowing and vibrant and youthful, and, you know, and it was cool, you know. And I watched all the men in the shop just make sure she was comfortable, and I thought that was the most attractive thing I've ever seen. All the men scattered, and they started like maneuvering stuff, just so I didn't have to do anything. I didn't, all I leaned in, and I asked her if she was comfortable, and she was like, yes. You know, and everybody was like, oh, we can move this, and they were like, no, you need a softer chair. Like, stuff like that, when men scramble to make an elder comfortable, that's beautiful. Like, that makes, that's, you, like, the things you guys believe, or that I've seen you guys believe, that women find attractive, that's not what we find attractive. At least for me. My color, and I know I'm not that unique. You know, I'm different, but I'm not that unique. Women find consistency attractive. We find vulnerability attractive, but vulnerability within measure, because there's a line where even women towards men, towards their man, it's only you and God. Like, there's I have been brought to the brink of, only me and God can deal with this right now. bringing anyone into this shit is going to make them look at me like, until I get a hold of it. And then I'll bring someone else in. But it's like the vulnerability of it, the thinking about me, even though I'm not with you, the projecting of who you are, and what you call to be, and all that other stuff, and watching you pursue it. And like, even if it's just like, oh damn, I messed up again, and it's like, just to watch you pursue it, and watch you like try, like give it effort. Like, okay, effort beats potential every fucking time. Effort beats potential every time. If you put in I'm like, I keep telling you, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about being in a relationship with me. Effort will always beat potential, because I'd rather someone fuck up but keep trying, and I see the effort that they're trying, they're putting in the effort, they're trying, they're like, fuck, I fucked up again. Damn it. I've been there. So it's like, for me, I'm watching you and I'm like, yo, at some point, you're going to get it off the ground. At some point, you're going to be okay, because there's effort. Potential, you just sitting around waiting for shit to happen. And it will happen. It's going to take longer, and you're not going to appreciate it by the time you get it, because you just went off potential. You didn't, or like talent, like not talent, but like God-given talent. You came with it. So it's like, potential is like, no, you got to put in the work. You know, potential is effort. Effort is potential with its boots on and it's working. You like, everybody has potential, but if you don't do anything with that potential, it makes no sense. One of the sexiest things for me is effort. Like, you put in the effort. You might not be able to get it the way we need it or want it right now, but the effort that you put in is what makes me go, okay, all right, I can work with effort. I can't work with excuses. I can't work with reasons. I can't work with, oh, I'm scared. I can't work with, I don't know. I can't work with that. What can I do with that? It's like, not even even sand I can do something with. Collect enough of it, you can weigh anything down or bury a body. You understand? So it's like, you have to understand the things that you believe women find attractive, at least the right women. I can't speak for all women. I could just speak for women like me. You know, and like I said, I'm different, but I'm not that unique. And we're looking, not even looking, because we're in our I think I have never seen women more in their feminine era than now. I don't know if it's because I'm in my feminine era right now, but it's like, it's no longer, it's not before, when I was dating and was married and was gonna get married and all that other stuff. Before all that, it was always like, I was looking for this person. I was looking for someone, and it always felt like an outward thing. Like, I was like looking at this person, looking at that person, and it was exhausting. It was exhausting. It's like, I tell men all the time, I don't know how you guys do this. I don't know how you stay in your masculine energy. I don't know how it's not sustainable for us. I can't. I am exhausted being in my mask. And it's like, and I need to say this just to make sure that I said it out loud. Gentlemen, my masculine as a female is nothing like your masculine as a male, just like your feminine energy as a masculine, as a male, isn't the same feminine energy as me as a female. It's two different, we're two different constructs of a being. We're two different constructs. So the energy and vibration in your body is very different than the energy and vibration in my body. It is not the same. And I don't get, I will die on that hill. You understand? It's not the same. Your makeup is meant for your mission. My makeup is meant for my mission. And the funny thing is, my energy that I have as a female doesn't match Michaela's because it's a different energy signature. So we keep going back and forth and using any excuse to keep us divided. And we got to stop it. It's time. You see me? It's time to wake up. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop being divided over dumb shit like male, female, masculine. It's like, oh my God, let's just use it. Like, can we figure out how this thing works and stop picking it apart and comparing it like it's a problem. So let's stop that. I don't know why that disclaimer went out, but I needed to say it's two different things. Two completely different things. And as you know, I completely lost my train of thought. So I have no idea what we were talking about. But yeah. So but I forgot what we were talking about. Damn it. I hate when that happens. And I don't really edit my videos. So we're going to just keep going. But yeah, I was talking about the masculine and feminine energy. Um that how wow, I've really lost it. It was sometimes it happens like this, people. Like it this is like real, like how this is how channeling works. If the channel I don't know how this turned into a channel session, but when you're channeling something, especially if you're channeling a download and the download clicks, you go off this way, this circuit sometimes gets completely disconnected. And it could have been the best shit that you were talking about, but then it goes the spirit's like, okay, we're done with that. And it goes this way, especially my spirit team, because they move really fucking fast. And I'm just like, okay, I guess we're done here. And you move over to the next one. But I remember I was talking about what women find attractive, and I was talking about consistency, and I was talking about vulnerability, and I was talking about all the abilities, and then I got into the feminine. I don't know how I got into the masculine feminine energy and stuff. But I do know I do not edit my videos that much, so I'm going to leave this in for you to know that I am human. I am not a robot. This is exactly how I go. And if you're watching up until this point and still watching and still going, where does this train wreck go? I am so pleased that you and I are friends. Thank you. Just leave your name in the comments so I can clear one thing for you today. But I want people to understand that we're not supposed to be divided. And I know I was talking about the decline in certain things. Weird seeing men not to women. It's an energy. It's a smooth it's a smooth energy that makes other females, that's what attracts women. It's like I don't know when men started collecting women like Pokemon, but it's like and it's like when I say that, it means like I know when I was coming up, it was like a big deal to have like 20 girlfriends, and like three baby mamas and all that other stuff. It was crazy. Now it's more not that great for people to do that. And you do have to, now there are laws that you do have to take care of those kids, so they don't do it as much. But it's like I've always just wanted one person. I always I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about looking for someone. I was looking for someone for a while. I was like, I would look for that person. And now that I'm in my feminine era, it's more along the lines of I just sit back, do what I do. And it's like, if when the person comes, they come, and they're going to find me tending the garden. They're going to find me writing the books. They're going to find me doing what I do, you know, um, because that's what we gotta do. Because being in my masculine all the time was exhausting. It was exhausting trying to make things happen, trying to move stuff. It's like I'm in a part now where the universe wants me to ask for it. Like, ask for it. What do you want? tell us what you want. And it's that, and waiting has been freaking me out for the past couple of like 2 years or so. It's been like just freaking me out because it's like they're like, tell us what you need. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, what's the catch? Like, oh, I'm gonna tell you what I need, and then you're just not gonna give it to me. So what the hell is the point of me telling you what I need or what I want? And they're like, tell us what you want. And I'm just like, and waiting for, not waiting, but but moving while they get it prepared, because it's not instant, because there's certain things that have to line up before it clicks in. And what I learned is, when it clicks in, it clicks in. Like, no matter what it is. Because a couple of years ago, I would have never thought for anything that I would be designing like music and videos just for fun, not because I want to be famous, not none of that stuff, because I always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. I've been writing since I was a kid, so it's like having the tools to do it now, and it's fun. I want to have fun. Yeah, like, Jesus Christ, I want to have fun. I want to be able to play. And people is not, and I can't even say people just in my generation. I've watched like the younger generations, the 28-year-olds, the 30-year-olds. You guys are stressed out. Like, you guys are really stressed out. You are like stressed out, and it's like, I'm worried for all of you because you guys are stressed out. You don't look like you're having fun. You kind of look like you're having fun, but you don't look like you're having fun. And I'm just like, oh, this is not good. Don't wait. Go have fun. It'll take care of itself. It'll be there when you get back. Go have fun. Do things that make you happy, and secure that bag. Like I always tell you, secure that bag, but make sure you do things that make you happy. Like, making videos makes me happy. I like getting on here and talking and stuff like that. And I don't know. Anyway, this video was so all over the place. If you watch the entire video, blessings to you and your household. All right. I'm going to cut it now because this is crazy. We're going to cut it up though. I love you guys. Stay up, stay blessed. Deuces. And I'm out.